friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing 4 bunny themed Dollar Tree DIYs with you. I am also joining Happily Thriving Heidi in her Friend Friday Spring DIY Challenge, so be sure to check out the link down below so you can see all the spring DIYs. If you are new to my channel, I'm Julie, and here on my channel I do DIYs, home decor, and organizing, and I do it all on a budget. So if that's something that interests you, be sure you hit the subscribe button as well as the bell so you don't miss any future videos. So for the first DIY, you're going to need a bunny stake, you're going to need a mason jar, a glass candle holder, you're going to need some white chalk paint, a black Sharpie marker, some Gorilla Glue or E6000, and some pink paint. So to begin, I am just going to paint the white chalk paint onto the lid of the mason jar as well as onto the glass candle holder. Now I am going to take some white paint. I am using this one that I picked up from Home Depot, but you could use any white craft paint. This just happens to be the paint that I have, and I'm going to pour a little bit of it into the jar. Now I ended up pouring a little too much, but you only need a little bit, maybe a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons worth, and I'm going to add some water to it to thin it. I'm then going to just place the top of the mason jar back on and give it a really good shake. What you want is to completely coat the inside of the glass jar with white paint, and the reason I added water is because I don't want it to be completely solid. I want you to be able to see light through it so that you could put twinkling lights in it or one of the little battery operated candles. And then I am just going to let it sit turned upside down so that all the excess paint will drip out. And I'm just kind of showing you the effect. This is not the brightest light, but I think the twinkly lights would look really good in it. And any paint that you get on the jar was super easy just to scrape off. Next, I am going to cut the ears off of this bunny, and I am going to kind of bend the 2 edges back a little bit just so that it has kind of a little bit more stability, because I am going to hot glue it onto the lid. Next, I am going to take my Sharpie marker and I am going to just draw a cute little face on this bunny. So I did decide to add a little bit of twine around the rim, and I accidentally took a picture instead of recording when I hot glued the candle to the mason jar. Let me know down in the comments what you think of this cute little bunny. Now for the second DIY, you're going to need some black paint. You're going to need this welcome sign from the Dollar Tree and some moss. And to begin, I am just going to remove these cotton balls from the bunnies, but I am going to save them because I am going to use them. Now I want to remove, there is glitter covering the welcome and the bunnies. The bunnies I don't care so much about, but the welcome I kind of wanted to try to get off as much of that rough texture as I could, but also not ruining the actual picture because I plan to keep the background the same. So I just took some Dollar Tree sandpaper and lightly sanded off as much as I could of the sparkles on the welcome. And then I am just going to take the black paint and I am going to trace over the letters. Now this brush ended up being a little too thick, so I recommend taking a small one and outlining first, especially if you want your lines to be nice and straight. Now I have done 3 out of the 4 bunnies already, and let me tell you, this was a messy project. But I also made some mistakes, so I wanted to show you the way that I found the easiest to apply the moss to the bunnies, and that is to hot glue little sections, making sure that you cover the section very well with the hot glue. So I'm doing one ear at a time, and then I do the face, and then I do half the body, and then I finish the body. And I just tap off as much excess as I can and wipe it around with my finger around the edges and give it a trim with some scissors. And then any places that look spare and you can still see the color, I just add a little bit more hot glue and some more moss. And now that the moss is done, I am very simply just going to hot glue the cotton balls back onto the bunnies. I absolutely love how this sign turned out. It actually turned out even better than I imagined, because I just imagined moss and thinking this was going to be a disaster, but it actually worked out really well. For this DIY, I am going to be using these bunny picks, and I'm just going to use the floral foam to stick them in there. And I do need to disassemble the bunnies because I'm going to paint them. So I'm going to remove the little eyeballs and the little cotton tails. And I am again just going to use white chalk paint to cover this bunny, and it did take 2 coats. Now I was getting impatient with the chalk paint, so I thought I would spray paint. I guess you cannot spray paint foam. My kids told me afterwards that you can't do that. I did not know that. It destroyed the bunnies. So I'm left with 1 bunny. Now I am just going to reassemble the bunny by hot gluing the eyeballs on and hot gluing the little tail back on. I also am going to use the same little pink paint, it's not little pink paint, it's like pale pink paint is what I meant to say, to paint into his ears and give him a little nose, and I again use the black marker to give him some whiskers. So all I did was put it in a candle, a glass candle jar from Dollar Tree with some moss and a few jelly beans. And then I'm just going to stick it onto this candle holder. You could use any candle holder you have. This just happens to be the one I have from Target Dollar Spot, and it's there for only, I think, $3. This was so simple, and I think it's absolutely adorable. For the next DIY, you're going to need one of these wreath forms, one of these Happy Easter signs, some florals of your choice. I'm going to use both some from the Dollar Tree and just some that I had, and some white chalk paint. To begin, I'm just going to remove the hanger. I am keeping it because I do plan to use it, and I am going to remove these carrots from the back of the bunny. I do want to actually keep those because I plan to do a carrot theme in my kitchen, so I am going to use them for something. And I'm just going to remove any staples that didn't pull out. I'm also going to remove this little bow, and it tore the paper, which I didn't really care because I already had plans of what I was going to do with this, and it will be covered. So I am going to give this bunny, it took 3 good coats of white chalk paint. And now I am just going to take some flowers. I'm using some yellow carnations from the Dollar Tree and some greenery that I already had, and playing with it and seeing how I like this on the bunny. Once I figured it out, that's when I decided to hot glue it. Now I am going to reattach the twine hanger, because like I said before, I'm actually going to use that as the hanger for the wreath. And I am going to try to figure out where I want to place the bunny. I want it in the middle of the wreath. Now, I don't know if it's because it's from the Dollar Tree or I stored it funny, but the wreath's shape was a little bit awkward. So I kind of bend it a little bit to try to get back into shape, so it's a little bit more rounded. And I did find a spot for this bunny head, and then once I did, I just glued it into place with some hot glue. And then I wanted to add some more flowers. These are some, I think they were peonies from the Dollar Tree, and some greenery from the carnations. And I had no idea where I wanted the flowers to go. I just know that the wreath, I wanted to put flowers on the wreath, but I wasn't liking anything. I ended up finally getting so frustrated, I turned off the camera and just played with it on my own, and this is what I came up with. And I actually really like how it turned out. That's one of the things with floral, anything floral, sometimes you just got to play with it until you get the look that you're looking for. And here is the finished wreath. I actually really love this one too. I loved all of these DIYs this time. I can't say that about every DIY, but I just think they're absolutely adorable. Let me know down in the comments which one of the DIYs was your favorite and if you plan to make any. And if you're interested in some more DIYs, I have some videos here for you. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. You're amazing. Bye.